The first port that you can see here on the top left of the panel is called the power supply and socket. This is where the electricity from the outlet goes to the power supply to power the computer. Next are the PS2 ports that you can see right here. These are the ports where you plug in your keyboard and your mouse. PS2 connectors are color-coded, as purple is for keyboard while green is for mouse. This blue one over here is what we call as the serial ports. Now, serial ports are used in connecting the computer to external modems, and they are also used in connecting your older computer mouse, like the ones that use those small heavy balls and everything. The data that travels through this port runs at least 115 kilobits per hour. Next is the VGA port. Now, the VGA port, as you can see here, is used to connect the monitor to the computer. The VGA port has 15 holes, and even though both the serial port and the VGA port are both colored in blue, try to remember that the VGA port has holes while the serial port has pins. Next is the Universal Serial Bus Port, or USB for short. Now, the USB ports over here are used in connecting all kinds of USB devices such as external hard disks, mouse, keyboards, etc., etc. Universal serial ports were introduced in 1997, and most of the computers today provide at least 2 USB ports as a minimum. Next is the FireWire port. Now, just like the USB, the FireWire is another popular connector used in adding peripherals to the computer. It is most often used in connecting digital camcorders, external hard drives, and any other devices that can benefit from the high transfer rate of 480 megabits per second. Another one over here is called the Ethernet port. Now, the Ethernet port looks much like a regular phone jack port, but it's slightly wider. And the Ethernet port is used in connecting your computer to another computer, local area, or the internet. Next is the gaming ports. Now, gaming ports were specifically made for gamers so that they would be able to connect joysticks, gamepads, and any other devices that is compatible to the CPU over here to provide further controls to the computer system. Now, gaming ports are also called as digital to analog ports, adapter controls, or joystick ports. Next, we got over here is what we call as the modem port. Now, the modem port is used by computers with an internal modem to connect to the internet using a regular telephone line. This is used for dial-up internet access, which is the slowest way of getting online. And as you can see over here is the audio jack ports. Now, the audio jack ports are consisted of 3 ports. The first one over here, which is colored blue, is what we call as the lineup port. The second one, which is green, is the speaker port, which is used to connect to the speaker for music and anything else. And the third one over here, which is pink, is called the microphone jack, which is used for your microphones. Last, but certainly not the least, are the case fan and the power supply fan. Now, these are crucial parts that keeps everything inside of the CPU nice and cool, thus preventing overheating.